Hi, Christine. How you doing? I've got your logo roughs up right here. And okay, so these are roughs. So one of the things I want to mention is that in your rough stage is kind of would still kind of be considered your experimental stage. Um, and I think that right now you've kind of already made some decisions and you don't want to do that just yet. Let me show you what I'm talking about. You've got this background that you're using on all three. The only thing you've changed is the color. So you've decided before you've really settled on the form, you've decided that you're going to include a background with this design element on the perimeter of the circle. And I don't know. To me, it seems like you're thinking about things right now that you shouldn't be thinking about yet until your mark is done. Did you see what I'm saying? So, as a designer, you're sitting here going, okay, well, I got this and I have this badge, excuse me, I have the color background and I have this kind of, this decorative border. All right. And then, okay. And then I have my monogram. And I think that what we should be concentrating on is forget this. Let's get rid of those backgrounds and concentrate on this. Okay. On these. Now, this one isn't working. I see the C and the A, but it's as a rough, it might work, but as the way it is right now, I'm just not seeing where it's going to, boy, it's so hard to see with those backgrounds. And then the CA is okay. And the CMA, I think of the three is the strongest. Okay. It's really super difficult to try to create a script monogram. You know why? Because they always end up looking like necklaces. Let me show you what I mean. You're probably going, what? Let me show you what I mean. Let's go File, New Window, and I'm just going to say Script Monogram. Here, it's right here. Script Monogram. And then let's just go ahead and take a look at some of those. Oh, I didn't want to do that. I wanted to do that. And then and you see what I mean? I mean, it looks like something you would see around somebody who was overdressed as a necklace. I think there was one even here that even looked like it. So, I mean, that's always what I see about the problem. They just always seem like they belong around a chain or something. And it's really difficult to work with, but when done well, they're just gorgeous. And let me show you, let's come back to this, and let me show you what I mean. Let's take a look at this. This is just beautiful, I think. And what I think that this designer has done that I think you can effectively do, whether you use CMA or Christine M. Adams, is if you do this as a logo, try to develop, what this person did is they took their handwriting, and it looks like they just grabbed a pen and they took their handwriting, and then they scanned it, brought it into Illustrator, and then really, really just went in here and made paths and shapes where the letter forms are, and then probably pieced them together one by one to try to look like this person's what is it called? Signature. Do you see what I'm saying? So I don't see why you couldn't do that, because right now this looks like you're trying to draw or write with a mouse. And that is a terribly difficult task. Even if you have a tablet, and I'm not sure if you do, but if you have a tablet, it's much easier to do this. Much easier. But that's my recommendations. I mean, I would like to see you resubmit. I mean, there's no reason for me not to give you full credit on this assignment because you've done everything that you've been asked to do. I'm just thinking about the visual aesthetics and the versatility of the mark moving forward. Try to work without a background, and I always recommend you work in black on a white background without any color, because just work on form alone. And then once you start understanding the form where your mind says, okay, that's what I'm trying to say, then you can start moving into other things. But for the thumbnail and rough stage, I would say definitely stay with black type on a white background with no sort of, just work on the mark. Okay. I hope this makes sense. And I'd like to see you work on some more. But that's up to you. All right. Thanks, Christine.